Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here today. Today we're back on Planet Coaster 2 for another episode of Hyper Park. This is episode 2 of the series then, and I'm back speaking on a video. Yes guys, I finally back. I haven't been speaking on videos too much lately because I've just been having stuff going on at the minute. But I'm out of exam time for the time being now, so I'm able to do some more voiceovers for you guys then. We're back, like I said, on Hyper Park. This is for the second coaster of the series, and today we're doing the first INTAMIN of the park. This is going to be the INTAMIN Hyper, which is inspired a bit by Hyperion at Energylandia, with like the 4-across seating and stuff like that. And the inversion that we take a massive inspiration from, as you can see right there. But no, this is, like I said, this is Hyper Park's second coaster. You guys might be wondering actually, why is this coaster being built in a separate park file? That is because of the fact this was supposed to be the Realistic Coaster Series video. However, the entire Hyper series, or Hyper Park series part, well, yeah, Hyper Park series is all going to be a Realistic Coaster Series basically. So yeah, that's what my overall vibe for the series is going to be. It's just going to be a super realistic and detailed park. And yeah, that's what we're going for with this. You can see we've got super realistic transitions, really well paced ride, and it's just a really intense, fun INTAMIN. I do like the look of Hyperion. Should be riding it hopefully maybe next year. I think maybe, I'm not sure. I've got so many trips planned next year, it's unbelievable. I know that this time next year, as I'm filming this voiceover, I will be coming back from Portaventura, which I cannot wait for. That's going to be incredible to go to Portaventura for the first ever time. And then hopefully I've got a large trip plan, which I am going to make an announcement video closer to the time with that trip, because it's a very big trip. It's going to be my biggest, will be my biggest trip I've ever done. It's over nearly 3 weeks, so that more news coming on that sooner rather than later. But no, I'm really looking forward to next year with just like everything I've got planned. Potentially Energylandia in the October if things go well, and depending on money, I might be going, and depending on whether or not there's still war going on out there, I might be going to Six Flags Qiddiya. I'm not too sure yet. I'm hoping to get out to Six Flags Qiddiya because that would be incredible. That would. Well, yeah, that would be unbelievable if I could get out to Six Flags Qiddiya this year, which I don't know if that will. I don't think it's going to happen this year. Next year, sorry. I plan on going out there for my 18th, which would be unbelievable if I did do that. It'd be an incredible experience getting out there to ride Falcon's Flight. Let's talk about another INTAMIN then. The coaster for Hyper Park then. Sorry for that weird segue then into this one. It's a nice smooth layout, nice fun, intense layout. I just spend quite a while just fine tuning everything to get it nice and smooth, and so that lateral G's aren't too high. As you can see, we're adjusting some of the banking along here because the laterals got quite high on testing, and hopefully now with adjusting all the banking it should be alright. I did originally have two off-axis like airtime hills, but the laterals got way too heavy for them, so I just turned them into normal airtime hills. There's plenty of laterals throughout the layout, so I think we should be alright when it comes to that kind of stuff. I think it hits nearly 3G on the one lateral turn, so we can't be having that. That's a bit too dangerous, a bit too unrealistic, which is not what this series is about then. Just going into the final bits of the layout, I'm just doing like final little tweaks, like to do with like banking and making sure the laterals aren't too much. Again, that's another one of the corners where we do like an off-axis airtime hill, but the laterals got way too intense, so I ended up just making that into a normal airtime hill, which is a little bit more nicer for the riders. It's crazy actually watching this being built now and compared to how it is when it's finished. I do also need some name suggestions for this coaster. Be sure to go comment them in the comment section down below, or just message me on TikTok, because yeah, that's something you could do if you want to. And I am taking name suggestions for every single coaster in the park. I'll be obviously apart from Overdrive, the Mack Hyper coaster. I am going to be taking some suggestions for this park. I know this isn't the most realistic looking with the train, like how it sits on the track. However, this is the most close to the realistic INTAMIN Hyper coaster that we have in real life, like the 4-seater cross seating, like the wing coaster. And I think that could be quite a unique concept for a new generation kind of INTAMIN, just working out some of the operations. It's still have really good operations. This will run on 3 trains, so better than most coasters. Am I right? Where this park is located, then I've got no idea, because it's definitely. I don't think it's enough to be somewhere like in the UK. Like I don't think it's a park that's realistic to be in the UK. However, it could be in something like America, but this is going to be more like stylized than anything else, and not really. I'd say, for example, like with the Six Flags park, it's basically just a coaster plonked on a piece of land, apart from Six Flags Qiddiya. So I didn't want to go for that kind of vibe with this park. Maybe this might be a Cedar Fair park, I'm not too sure yet. Either way, I'm happy with it, and maybe it is something that could be in the UK in the near future. I don't think it's totally realistic to see it in the UK, but it'd be cool to see it in the UK as something like this. If you guys don't know already, Hyper Park is a theme park with hyper coasters. If you don't know what hyper coasters are, then you shouldn't be watching this video as a theme park enthusiast. But hyper coaster is basically any coaster which is between the heights of 299 feet and 200 feet and 299 feet. And they don't exceed that height, and they sit below that. Something you'll notice here is I did do white and like a pinky kind of support colour, matching like what Stealth does here at Thorpe Park in the UK. In the end, I did decide to change that, so it was all the same colour support. It looks a bit monotonous, but I do actually like the colour scheme for it. It's all just going to be a nice red colour scheme. Take that into consideration when it comes to giving name suggestions for this ride. As I said before, it isn't really a theme park, it's an amusement park with a lot of hyper coasters in it, so they're not really necessarily themed. But if you guys do want to comment any name suggestions like themed around the coaster, you'll see what's all themed around when we go to the final tour. But know that any name suggestions will be greatly appreciated. I did spend quite a while trying to do a custom train for this, so it wasn't like the wing coaster model. However, I gave up on that one after a little while, just doing some custom sports now. I'm not the greatest at doing trains on this game, I'll admit. That's the one thing I don't really often do with this game. I more do coaster building and custom support, and as you can see here, like super realistic supports, which I'm so happy with the supports for this for this model. It literally looks like it's ripped out of Hyperion, but as that is the main inspiration after all. I don't know really what else to talk about. I've not really done a voiceover in a little while. You can tell I've not done one in a while. God. Oh, well, this last week of college wasn't fun. We did my exam. It's all out the way now. My first set of exams for my college course. I've still got a few more coming up in June, which I'm going to start revising for soon, hopefully. So again, do expect in June there not to be too many videos, but there will be a couple of vlogs. You can see actually here we go with doing the custom train, which I didn't keep in the end because I didn't like it. I didn't think it looked nicest. But anyways, back onto my exam. It wasn't really the best because I was supposed to be finished on Wednesday last week when I'm recording this. I'm recording this on the Monday. It might release the Monday, I don't know yet, if I can be bothered to properly edit the video. But yeah, I was supposed to finish Wednesday last week. I ended up finishing Friday because there was technical difficulties, but I won't go into that. It's not really the college's fault, but it is what it is. And that exam's out of the way now, and I think I did alright on it. I'm not complaining about how I did, so yeah. As long as if I get a decent grade, I don't really mind when it comes to that kind of stuff. But you see now we've actually moved on to the station. This is the last little bit of the time lapse. There's quite a long time lapse this one. Then we'll go obviously into real time as we normally do in these videos. God, my voice is going. I think I'm starting to suffer from a bit of hay fever, which is less than ideal considering I've got an Alton Towers trip coming up very soon. Hopefully I don't suffer from hay fever too much by then, because then that would ruin my trip to Towers then. First time in nearly 2 years it's going to be by the time I'm going. And then I'm going to Thorpe in June. I cannot wait for that. I've got my driving test called up as well soon in a few weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to pass my test and get myself down to loads of UK parks. I've got so many, depending on if I can get the money for it. I have got quite a lot of trips planned, hopefully. Portland's Park is definitely one that I do want to visit this year. Drayton, obviously, because I've got a potential challenge planned there with the fellow TikToker / YouTuber. I don't know if he does YouTube, I don't think he does. But hopefully if that does go ahead, we are going to be going down to Drayton Manor to do a challenge together, which I am looking forward to. That will be coming later this year. More news coming on that soon, hopefully, if we are still going to do it. Hopefully we do it, because I can't wait for it. It's going to be so much fun. But yeah, I'm hoping to get out to Blackpool Pleasure Beach as well this year, which will be a brand new park for me, along with Paulton's as well. I just honestly want to get on Hyperion, to be honest. I was supposed to be going to Plopsaland Japan this year, but I don't think that's going to be going ahead. Money and fuel costs. As if it's not going to be enough to get to these UK parks anyways. I'm definitely not going to be able to go to Plopsaland if these fuel costs don't go down, but oh well, I've still got that planned for next year. no matter what. So that's going to be a fun one to go to. Just come towards the end of the time lapse then guys. I've got to say we're coming to the end of it. I think there's still quite a bit left of it. Just doing the exit queue, the exit path now. Not the exit queue, there's no such thing as an exit queue in this game, but see, we're doing a bit of an exit path. Because of the fact I don't want it to be too chaotic, and as well it brings you around to like baggage hold. I did something similar to what I did with the Mac Hyper Coaster in order to avoid having to use any what's it called now, like any netting around the ride. That will be coming into force in future rides in this park, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do that for every single coaster here in the park. I think the next episode's coaster does have that. Next episode's coaster is going to be not necessarily a unique one, but it's going to be a really nice one, because I really do like the look of next week's episode. Hopefully I might be able to get this out, well, I might be able to get that video out sooner rather than later, because the sooner I can get those videos out, the more I can work on the park, and the park's looking great at the minute. As I'm looking at it now, there's already quite a few coasters done. I've started on a few layouts for the coasters, and then that will obviously come more into fruition sooner rather than later. I tried to do the barrier trick to stop people from walking through the paths, but it seems to be in this game there isn't actually a way to stop guests from walking through stuff, which if Frontier are watching this, which I highly doubt they are, definitely consider adding that into the game, like a way for them to stop like clipping through walls, unless there is a way and I'm just being completely dumb, which is quite a possibility. Speaking of updates to the game, a new update's been announced. Arcades, that might be something that I'm going to bring into Wallaby Adventure Valley. I don't think it's going to work in this park, because it's not really built for arcades and stuff like that. I might add it in later in the series, I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, arcades are coming into the game, and also a future DLC, which means I'm spending more money on Planet Coaster 2. As if I'm not spending enough money as it is with this game, but I'm saying I'm spending quite a lot. I'm not actually spending too much on this game. I spent more on PC1, but I'm waiting for all the DLCs to come out yet. I've got all the DLCs in this game, so that's quite a funny one. Apart from the You, Me and Fluidity one, like with all the soundtracks and stuff like that. That is something else that I'm going to start bringing in more and more into my parks, is bringing like soundtracks into the parks, because otherwise it doesn't really add life to the park. I've been noticing, especially as of recently with this park, with the music added into this, it's just adding so much more life into the park and making it more feel lived in than anything else, and not just abandoned. Like, it doesn't feel like somewhere like Oakwood, for example, not trying to spread salt into the rooms there with that part, but I nearly got to go to there, which is a bit depressing. Anyways, I digress. Hopefully we don't lose any more UK parks. Apparently Flamingo Land might be on the chopping block next. Hopefully that isn't the case, because the last thing we need is losing another major theme park with major rides like Sick and Hero. I mean, that's not really a major ride, it's just a terrible ride, but I might try and get out to Flamingo Land this year as well. I'm not too sure if I have the money to. If I have the money, I will definitely consider going out to Flamingo Land. I did actually get a job recently, however that ended quite quickly, that job did. Anyways, now we're back in real time. I'll talk more on that in a different video. That's a whole different topic for another video. You might notice there's a wall missing. There is reasons for that. Well, I will get into that. Next week's episode you'll see why the wall's missing, because I accidentally deleted a little bit too much. I need to fix the screens here, because these screens all along here are going to have images of the rides as they go around, and you can't even see them on this video. That is not very good picture quality in this game. And as you can see here, we'll go through this entrance because there was a lot of guests in the park for absolutely no reason. That's a new update as well. We've made the sign so that it matches with the outside. I've made it more like a blue kind of writing on the sign with a blue and black font. I think that just makes it look a bit more nicer and a bit more serious. Like, this park is looking a lot better. But you can see there's the new backdrop of the skyline there, with a massive INTAMIN Hyper coaster, and then also the massive INTAMIN drop tower. I have just used the INTAMIN drop tower in the game, but I know that's over 300 feet tall, so what I've actually done is I've just sunk it into the ground a bit. That was the best way to get around that problem. You can see this coaster just dominates the skyline. Anyway, you look, I think the second airtime hill on this coaster reaches over 200 feet tall. This is a tall coaster, this is. It's one of the tallest in the park, I think, actually. And there you can see the drop tower there. Like I said, that's sunk into the ground a bit, so it meets under the 200-foot barrier, or 299-foot barrier, sorry. I don't know why I've put that in there, but it's a unique concept for me to go with them. We're going to take a ride then on the INTAMIN Hyper coaster. We're not taking a ride on the drop tower, because I'm pretty sure everybody and their nan has seen the drop tower in this game. It's very good, don't get me wrong, but we'll go for a ride on this thing then. You can see it's just so menacing here from the bottom. You can see we've also got the custom catwalks on the top as well for like the maintenance stuff. as if that isn't what the catwalks are used for anyways. But my god, I talk some random rubbish in this game. But like I said before, do get to comment in some name suggestions for this ride, as that will be greatly appreciated towards this park. I do appreciate you guys watching this series, because it is going to take, well, it's taken me quite a while already to get this series done and dusted. Well, not done and dusted, but you know what I mean. You get great views then from the coaster there, like the coaster tracker. Obviously that would be flying around normally. Down there is a part of the extended queue, which I'm not going to go down into, because there's not really any point. You see there's the coaster going now. There's literally no point going to that extended queue, because it takes quite a while to get through that queue, just like what an extended queue is meant to be built for in real life. Funnily enough, what the hell? I keep teleporting off past in this game, and it's really, really annoying. But you can see there's the merge point for the fast track. That doesn't work in this game, because for some reason fast tracks you can only do up to the station then. Without further ado then, we'll take a ride on this end. You can see we've also got the warning signs. That's something else that will pop up around the park. But let's go take a ride on this thing then. I'll see you guys when we get off. This is a video you guys are going to get more and more used to as we go through on with the series. You can see here we have, looking at it from the motorway then, that's going to be a plot of land that we're going to be working in next episode. You'll see what that coaster is, and it's not going to be, well, actually no, I'm not going to give any teasers for that one, because when I give teasers I give the most obvious ones. But here is the coaster then. It is such a big, large scale coaster and menacing for the skyline. You see it just towers over the Mach Hyper as well, and I thought that was big last episode. I can't wait to get this park all done. This is going to be coming up, not next episode, sorry, the area over here is going to be coming up next episode. We're going to be developing the front entrance to the park a little bit more, because that needs a bit more work, because there isn't much to it. Thank you guys for watching this video then. If you guys did enjoy this one, please hit the like, subscribe button, turn on notifications. If you are interested in more Planet Coaster 2 content, be sure to like and subscribe for more Hyperpark content, and also 5 Hours content, as I hope to get an episode out of that soon. If Blitz can make another coaster, that would be really appreciated. If you're watching this video, please make the Woody that's got to be going in next episode, because I'm getting very bored of not having to wait for that and doing different park series. Not trying to take the mick, but hey ho, that's what we do. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Please hit the like, subscribe button and turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys in a brand new video next time. Goodbye.